back to my channel. I know I look a lot different. I do not have on makeup because I just finished working out, and I thought this would be okay for the type of video that I'm filming today. And this is going to be my weight loss keto-ish Q&A. About a week ago, I had you guys leave any questions or comments that you had on my Instagram and on the comments section of YouTube. And so I got a fair amount of questions, so I wanted to do this Q&A today while I had some time. Now this might be a longer video, so if I have to make it into 2 parts, I will, and I will link the second part down below. But let's jump right in because I have a fair amount of questions to cover. Before I get into this, I do want to make a blanket statement. I feel like these are sometimes good just to kind of let people know what you're really talking about when you're doing this video. When I bring to you guys content on my channel, I am by no means saying that I'm an expert, that my journey is perfect as it relates to weight loss. I don't always do the right thing. I am not perfect. I'm not an expert. I have not reached my goal. I don't follow any strict plan. I kind of just do what works for me, and I think that that's best for you all as well. So don't take everything that people say to translate 100% into your journey, because your journey might be a little different. You might lose weight differently. You might have different time constraints. It just could be totally different. So take everything kind of with a grain of salt. But I still wanted to do this video because I think it's important at the stage that I'm at right now, and we'll talk about that a little as we get into the questions, to have some real honest answers from people and also get support from one another, because this weight loss journey is not easy. Last night was really hard for me. I have hard nights, hard days, hard weeks, hard months. And the most important thing is that you're still working towards your goal. And that's what I really want to reiterate. So things that have worked for me might not work for you, and vice versa. But as long as you find something that works for you and you are continually putting in effort and making steps to achieve your goal, that is success in my eyes. So once again, I'm not putting this video out there by saying that, oh, she's the most successful, she's doing her thing, she's at her goal, or blase blase. No, not at all. So I just wanted to make that statement. So now that we've gotten past all of that, let's get into these questions. Okay, the first question is, what is keto-ish? What can and can't you eat? So when I say keto-ish, I mean keto-ish is how I eat. So the basis for how I eat is based off of the philosophy of keto, which is being in ketosis, which is a state that your body is in when your body is burning fat as its fuel instead of carbohydrates. So when you're eating your normal recommended, percentages of food, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, dairy, all that good stuff, your body burns carbs. But for some people, it's better for them to burn fat, or some people just like to do it. So ketosis is a state that your body is in when you are using fat as your main fuel source and not carbs. So in keto, or eating on the keto diet, it's not recommended that you have a lot of carbs. It's more of a high fat, high protein diet and low carb. Now, as far as how many grams of carbs you can have a day, or your macros and all that, I don't know, because I do keto-ish, and keto-ish for me is my way of eating keto. So for me, that means that I give myself 1 carb a day. So if I want to have a burger for dinner, I will have a burger, but I try to only have 1 carb a day. And if I can help it, I like to do a very small carb day, which means carbs are not a big percentage of any of my meals. So that means I might have some croutons on my salad, but I'm not going overboard. Or I might have a salad dressing with some carbs, or I might be eating a vegetable that's a little higher in carbohydrates, but I'm not having potatoes and macaroni and cheese and sugary iced tea. Like, I don't do anything like that. So keto-ish is the way that I eat. It's not necessarily a thing. It's just my version of keto. That's what it is. That's what I call keto. Okay, next question. While being in the healthcare field, I meet younger women who battle with weight loss. I often encourage them to continue trying and never give up if that's something that they truly have their heart set on doing. However, coming from someone who's actually on keto, what are some of your best key factors and advice when one wants to freshly start a keto diet? As we know, more often than not, life gets in the way, especially for those of us with very busy schedules, and sometimes doing weekly meal preps are not successful. What is some advice you can offer to help someone of the sort? Okay, so the first question was, what are key factors and advice when someone wants to start on keto? I would say when you're starting any weight loss regimen, eating healthy journey, a new way of eating, which keto is, be very strict on yourself at first. That is what I did. The first month that I did keto, I did intermittent fasting, which was not eating after 8 and before 12 noon the next day. I did keto, I did no fast food, and I did no alcohol. And I think I did working out 5 times a week. So I would say at the beginning, you want to be a little more strict on yourself, because for me, how I'm eating and working out right now is a lifestyle. That's why I haven't really gained any weight, because it's not a fad diet. So in the beginning, when you're training your mind to get into a new routine or forming new habits for yourself, this is just based on psychology and biology, you want to be more strict, because as you progress and it turns into a lifestyle, you may want to have a cheat meal. That's another thing. In the first month, I didn't have any cheat meals. But as you're progressing, you might want to have a cheat meal. You might want to go out with some people and enjoy a couple adult beverages. You might want to eat a burger. So my advice for starting any keto journey or any healthy eating journey is to be really strict at first, so you can train your mind. That way, if you want to loosen up a little as you go, you have a mindset of, okay, if I eat these fries tomorrow morning, when I get back on it, we're starting back on track. And that is what I do, and I find that that works really well. Your next question, what is some advice you can offer someone as far as living a busy life and having a busy schedule and not being able to meal prep? So I don't meal prep. I find that it takes too much time on the front end, even though it saves you time on the back end. And I don't know, I probably should meal prep, but I don't. So I think you can be successful if you plan. So you don't necessarily have to meal prep, because I will link the video I did down below of what I eat in a week. I don't meal prep, but I plan my meals out. I go to the grocery store once a week. I buy all my meat, all my vegetables, everything that I need for that week, and I have a list in my phone of what I'm gonna eat in 3 or 2 day chunks. So I know when you get home on Monday, this is what you're eating. On Wednesday, this is what you're cooking. So as long as you stay organized and focused, I think you can do it. I think it is possible to not meal prep and live a busy life. Maybe you have kids, you work long hours, maybe you work in the healthcare field and you work 12-hour shifts. Also, if you can afford it, try looking into meal prep services. So maybe you might not have enough time to meal prep, but you might have a little extra cash that you can use to go towards someone meal prepping for you. So the way I look at things in life, you're either going to spend the time or the money. If you don't want to spend the money, you're going to put in a little more time. If you don't want to spend the time, you're going to put in a little more money. So it's really just a balancing act, but I think that you absolutely can be successful if you don't meal prep, because like I said, I don't meal prep. It's just about sticking to what you say you're going to eat for that day. And I don't always do that, but I try to. Okay, the next question, do you plan to make keto-ish your way of eating for now on, or is this temporary to reach a certain goal? What made you begin your keto journey, i.e. what made you choose keto over other ways to lose weight? So keto-ish, as you guys know, that is just a total me thing. That is definitely my new way of eating. For my body type and for the things that my body deals with, how my weight is proportioned and distributed through my body, where I tend to hold and gain weight, it is more beneficial for me to not take in a lot of carbs. So from being on keto-ish for at least 7 or 8 months now, I realized that this is my new way of eating. So in saying that, now I can go on vacation, I can go out with friends, I can go out and eat and still enjoy myself, but stay on track, because it is a lifestyle for me now. Not to say that I won't ever change, but my mindset for right now is this is how you eat. So like I said, even if I go out one night and have some french fries, I wake up the next morning, we're getting back on track. You know, it's definitely more of a lifestyle. Let's see. What made you choose keto? I tried keto just because it was like the hot thing. And I really liked the way it made my body more lean. So when I eat carbs, they tend to just bloat me up. My face gets chubby, my stomach gets chubby. When I'm eating on keto very strict, I like the way my body looks because my stomach is more flat. I just look less bloated. So that's really why I chose keto. And also because I can eat pretty much everything that I like just without the carbs. So for me, that's like hot wings. You know, I can't eat pizza and I love pizza, but I will have pizza sometimes. And it also allows me the most flexibility because I don't have to count calories. I don't count calories at all. I just make sure to limit my carbs as much as I can. Someone asked, have I been sick all the time with keto? Honestly, I think since I've been on keto, I've only been sick once, which is amazing because if you know me, you know that I'm usually sick like at least once a month. So I would say because I'm eating more fruits and vegetables now, that is helping my immune system overall. But no, I don't find that I've been sick all the time. Do I have cheat days or do I eat on plan keto-ish all the time? I do have cheat days. Because this is a lifestyle for me now, I don't want to tell myself you can't have something. So like the other night I went to a party. I knew that we were probably going to have champagne. We would probably have food with carbs, adult beverages, maybe even some cake. I strategically ate well breakfast. Well, I don't eat breakfast, but for lunch so that I could have a little more of what I want. So I plan my cheat days around socializing because socializing is a big thing for me now and it's hard to stay on track when you're socializing. So if you plan your meals, let's say you plan to cook Monday through Wednesday and on Thursday you're gonna cook and you're gonna go out on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're gonna eat that cooked meal from Wednesday. As long as you know when you're having those cheat meals, you can plan your other meals around it. So I definitely have cheat meals. I don't eat keto-ish all the time. I go on vacation and I drink sugary adult beverages. I just work it in to my entire day of eating. So if I know I'm gonna want to have a margarita by the pool, I'm probably gonna have a very skinny salad, meaning very low in carbs, very lean meat on it for lunch. So it's all about balance and doing everything in moderation. I can't go without the foods that I love forever, but I have cut back. Like I don't eat pizza like I used to. How do you stay motivated? That is the biggest thing. And that's something that I wanted to talk about because since summer started, my weight loss has kind of slowly, it's been slower. And I don't know if it's because I'm going out more and having fun or if I'm losing a little of my motivation, but the motivation has to come from internally first. You have to be motivated by self. This comes from going to school, in your job, having a family, wanting, you know, anything you want to do. That motivation, if you really want to achieve it, I think it has to come from self. There have been times in different stages of my life where I had to stay focused on a goal. When I was in graduate school, I failed my exit exam the first time. I didn't care because I knew that I studied and I made all A's, but I had to be internally motivated so that I could come back a month later and pass it. So my motivation comes from knowing that I have a goal that I want to reach. I love the way I'm looking. I love the way I'm feeling and that I can do it. Once you start seeing results, I think it's easier to stay motivated because you're like, oh, look at me in the mirror. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. People are noticing it. That helps you stay on track. But every day is not going to be easy. While I'm in this period right now where I'm having to switch up my eating and switch up my workout routines to be more successful in terms of weight loss, I have some days where I told my friend just last night, like, I don't know if I want to be fat or skinny some days because when you are feeling like your progress is not moving as quickly as you would want it to, you really have to reach back into why you started this journey. What is your main motivation? And it really has to come from self. So I stay motivated by liking how I'm looking, liking how I'm feeling, and knowing that I'm going to get to my goal one day. It might not be tomorrow or in 2 months. It might not even be in 2 years. But if I stay focused and stay on track, I can achieve my goal. And you guys, that goes for anything in life. Any goal that you have that you want to attain, if you stay focused and stay committed towards taking those steps, you'll be successful. Okay, workout routine and what's your go-to keto meal? So my workout routine currently is I work out for 40 minutes a week, 5 days a week in the gym. I do 20 minutes on the elliptical first, and then I do 20 minutes on the treadmill. And then on the weekends, I do 30 minutes on the treadmill. So because I noticed that during the summer, my weight loss is moving a little more slowly just because I'm probably having more fun, I decided to work out every day. So I now work out 7 days a week, and I try to work out a little more vigorously during the week, but on the weekends, if I can make it to the gym, I do. I think in the past 2 months, I've only missed 2 days in the gym, and if I can't go to the gym, I will do a workout at home. If that means I'm running in place for 30 minutes, I'm doing it. When I went to Miami, I wanted to go down to the bar and have an adult beverage. I walked back and forth in my room for 20 minutes to finish closing my ring. So by any means necessary, if I'm not sick, I will work out at least 30 minutes a day. So every day I go to the gym, period. It's not comfortable for me. I don't like working out, but once again, I'm motivated by me, and I know that in order to get to my goal, I have to constantly push myself. So that's what gets me in the gym every day. I still hate going every day, but I go. So I do work out every day. My favorite keto-ish meal, or my go-to meal, it will probably be boneless wings, and I'm going to be sharing that with you guys next month. I have a video of what I'm going to eat, and I'm going to share that with you guys. Let's see. How do you stay motivated? I talked about that. What have been some of your favorite guilt-free snack options? Okay, I don't snack. I eat lunch and dinner, and if I want dessert, I have a sugar-free popsicle. So, but something that I'm noticing now, as my weight loss is starting to hit a little plateau, I might have to start snacking. So right now, I don't have any options for you. I'm so sorry. I currently don't snack, but I might have to. So when I get a good keto snack routine, I will let you guys know. My problem is, the reason why I stopped snacking when I started this journey is because for me, a snack quickly turns into a meal. So it could be, oh, eat some fruit. Okay, after I eat fruit, I might want something salty. I might eat some crackers. After that, I might be hungry and want to eat a piece of chicken. So that is why I stopped snacking, because a snack can quickly progress into a meal for myself. But I'm going to have to start expanding what I eat. I was just talking to one of my friends, Uniqua, because I told her that I was hitting a plateau in my workouts and in my eating. I don't also eat a lot of foods. I am very picky, but you know, part of maturing is being open to new things and expanding your taste buds. So I might have to start eating peanuts, which I don't like, but I'm okay with that. Anything necessary to meet my goal. So yeah, right now I don't have any snack ideas, but I'm gonna work on that because I do think that I need to start snacking. It's just finding keto snacks, because I like sugary snacks, which I don't buy. Another thing is, don't buy anything bad. Okay, I don't keep cookies and cakes and pies and juice. I drink water. All I drink during the day and night is water. The only exception is if I'm going out and I really want something snazzy, I will have a diet soda, or I will have a keto adult beverage, which is a vodka soda with lots of lime. That's all I drink, unless I'm really being fancy and I want a sugary beverage, but I will make up for it with my food. Okay, how much time do you spend at the gym? I kind of touched on that. I spend 40 minutes in the gym Monday through Friday and 30 minutes on the weekend. I used to do 30 minutes 5 times a week, so I'm kind of feeling good about myself now that I'm up to 40 minutes a day, 5 times a week, and 30 minutes twice a week. I don't think you necessarily have to spend an hour in the gym. I also don't spend too much time in the gym because, like I said, I don't like working out. Like, I'm just being honest. I do it every day because I know I have to and it's good for me, but I hate it. The whole time I'm in there, I'm counting down the minutes until I can get in my car and go home. I also don't like sweating, so there's another factor. And I don't like touching the machines because everybody touches them, even though I clean them off. So yeah, I don't spend a ton of time in the gym. I don't think you necessarily have to. I focus more on my heart rate, which my Apple Watch helps me track that. Okay, someone said, I was told by my doctor that there's no such thing as keto-ish. You're either in ketosis or you're not, and you are absolutely correct. I spoke about that at the beginning of this video. Keto-ish is something that I made up, it's just a label for me that helps me convey my way of doing keto. So yeah, keto-ish totally isn't a thing. Your doctor is correct. I don't test my urine to see if I'm in ketosis or not, because to me, I don't want to do that. I do what works for me, and that's what I want to tell you guys is, if you don't want to test your pee to see if you're in ketosis, don't do it. Just do what you can to get to your goal. I'm not someone that feels like I can follow keto 7 days a week, because no, that's not realistic for me. So that's why I call it keto-ish. You're absolutely right. It is not a real thing. I'm not in ketosis ever, because I eat carbs. Some days I eat a lot of them. Some days I probably am in ketosis, but yeah, I just use keto-ish as a label so that you guys, if I tell you that I'm on keto-ish, you kind of know how I'm eating, versus if I tell you I'm on my weight loss journey and I'm eating healthily. So that's why I use the term keto-ish. Did you find keto difficult when you first started the diet? I think the first week I did, but you also have to remember that first week I was doing everything at once. So it was intermittent fasting, keto, no eating out, no fast food, no alcoholic beverages. So that first week was extremely hard. But keto to me, or how I do keto, keto-ish, is not that hard, because you can still have tacos if you use certain type of tortillas. You can have a pizza if you use cauliflower crust. You can have mashed potatoes if you do cauliflower mash. You can have wings. Like, to me, keto-ish is not hard, or even keto, as long as you find different substitutes for what you like. And I've had to do that. Keto mashed cauliflower, I love that. Cauliflower crust pizza, I'm not necessarily a fan, but that's the way that you can have pizza and still be in ketosis if you're actually doing strict keto. So it's hard if you haven't found your exact way of making it work for you. That's what I'll say. You just have to make it work for you. But that first week is kind of challenging, because you want to eat how you want to eat. But the hardest thing about starting a new journey is that first like week or two. But once you can push through that hurdle, it gets so much easier, because you're like, wow, I really did that and I'm making amazing results. So if you push through that first week or so, it does get easier. What is your weight loss goal? I want to lose another at least 40 to 50 pounds. I don't really have a goal. I know how I want to look and how I want to feel. It takes about 30 to 40 pounds until I lose one dress size. So yeah, like I lost 60 pounds before and I was only 2 sizes smaller. So I don't necessarily have an exact goal, but I know what size I want to be and what I want to look like. And I'm sure it's going to take me at least 8 or 9, maybe even a year as far as months to get there. But, you know, slowly but surely. Do you have a meal plan that we can follow? I don't, because, yeah, I don't follow a meal plan. I just eat everything that I like without the carbs. So that's kind of why I started doing the what I eat in a week videos, because you can see the first time I did it, I think I had a burger salad, I had a fajita taco bake, and something else. So I eat the foods that I like, I just take out the carbs. So my recommendations for you guys would be to think about some of your favorite meals that are healthy, or maybe that aren't, because on keto you really can have high fat, and just eliminate the carbs or substitute them with something that would give you the same like texture of that carb. You know what I mean? So instead of eating mashed potatoes and steak, have steak and cauliflower mash. Something like that. But I don't have a meal plan, but I'm pretty sure if you want to eat on strict keto, you can find some meal plans online. Okay, I am interested in keto coffee. Therefore, what else can you add besides butter and oil? Ooh, that is a good one. I don't know anything about keto coffee except that it's called bulletproof coffee and that people use butter, MTC oil maybe, and ghee, Ghee, I believe. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've stopped drinking coffee as much just because it's not that good for you and it speeds up your heart rate. Like, caffeine's not good for you overall, and I'm just trying to be a little more health conscious overall. So I'm sorry, but if I can find a link, I will link one down below. But as far as I'm concerned, I only know about ghee, butter, and MTC oil. Okay, what was your initial workout regimen? Really looking to start exercising consistently. However, I don't want to experience a burnout. So my initial workout regimen was 15 minutes on the elliptical and 15 minutes on the treadmill 5 days a week. And that was good for me. I would say to not experience burnout, you want to switch it up. So that's why I started doing strength training at home. You could do it in the gym. I also started working out at a different intensity. So now I do like a bigger incline on the treadmill and more resistance on the elliptical. I know that's not like amazing. I should probably switch up the machines that I use, but I think to not experience burnout, you want to switch it up. Maybe if you go to a gym, see if your gym offers like kickboxing classes, Zumba. My gym doesn't do anything like that to my knowledge, or if they do, but it's at times that aren't convenient for me. I would say try taking some workout classes, maybe take walks in the neighborhood because it's still nice outside. Swim, if you like to swim, go for a hike. Just vary the type of workout that you do. Don't always work out inside maybe, or if you always work out outside, try doing inside. Just keep it new and fresh. I think that's a good way to not experience any burnout. But good luck on a consistent workout regimen. It is hard at first, but once you get into a habit, it's like clockwork. Like every day I know, okay, I have to go to the gym. I put it on my to-do list. I go to the gym. I knock it out. So you can do it, girl. I know you can. Okay, someone said, is it hard to stay focused? Because I was doing good on Weight Watchers and fell off the wagon. What's keto? I think it's hard to stay focused if you're not in the right mindset. And this is something that I talked about when I first started my workout journey, and I lost, I think, 10 pounds or something like that. Before you start any type of change to go towards a goal, it's really all about your mindset. So a year ago when I said I want to work out, my mindset was really on, I want to work out, but I really want to do what I'm doing now because it's comfortable and safe. So when you change your mindset, everything just falls into place. If you have in your mind that you're going to get a new certification and land the job you want, you're going to put yourself in place to achieve those goals. If your goal is to lose 10 pounds, you're going to put yourself in position to eat better and work out more. So it's hard, but I think if you change your mindset and you stay committed, you can really stay focused, because that's how I have tunnel vision on my goal, is that I know that my mindset has to be being healthier and losing weight. So once you change your mindset, I think you'll be able to stay focused. You said you were doing really good on Weight Watchers and fell off the wagon. I was actually on Weight Watchers for a couple of years, probably 3 or so years when I was in grad school. And Weight Watchers worked for me. But then when I stopped grad school and I started working, Weight Watchers became too tedious because you have to track, you have to attend meetings. It was just too much for my lifestyle. So maybe switch it up. Maybe take a break from Weight Watchers and do a low carb, or do maybe you want to try going vegetarian. When anything starts being stagnant or you hit a plateau, it's always good to switch it up. So maybe you fell off of Weight Watchers, but maybe you can look into a different way of eating. So for me, Weight Watchers just doesn't work for me because I don't have enough time to track and go to meetings and stay focused. Like, that's too much. That's why I find that keto works well for me, because I don't necessarily have to think about it. All I have to think about is no carbs, not tracking and counting calories or anything like that. So I hope that answered your question. Someone said, hi, and thank you for your upcoming videos. My question is keto sustainable for more than a couple of months? Absolutely. I follow people on Instagram and on YouTube who do strict keto and have been on it for months. You might want to go look at Makeup Shayla's channel. She's been on keto for maybe a little under a year, and she does strict keto. It's definitely sustainable if you change your mindset and you stick to your goal. It's just like with anything. A workout regimen can be sustainable if you have it in your mind that you're going to work out every day, and even if you fall off the wagon, you get back up and do it again the next day. I definitely think keto, strict keto, is sustainable. The reason why I also don't do strict keto though is because I don't feel comfortable adding a whole bunch of fat to my meal. So if you watch the video that I'm going to link down below, what I eat in a week, I'm not adding unnecessary butter to anything because I don't find that it's heart healthy, and I don't want high cholesterol. Like, I have zero health problems related to weight or anything like that, and I want to keep it like that. So as far as keto's health benefits long terms, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know technically, but I'm gonna say in that aspect, no, because I don't think keto is the most heart healthy. But I think as long as you don't add too much fat to your diet, then it's okay. Okay, how often do you have carbs in a day? So if I can help it, I like to have a meal without carbs, meaning like no noticeable carbs, like no sugary drinks, no bread, French fries, anything like that. But if I am wanting to eat a carb, I will have a carb only with one meal. So if I want to eat tacos, I will have tacos for dinner, but for lunch I'm going to have strict keto-ish. So I try to just minimize it, because the old me ate carbs for breakfast. That's when I was eating breakfast. I ate carbs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that just, whoo child, that was too much. So I try to limit my carb consumption to just once a day. Any suggestions for low carb snacks that have crunch? I'm sorry. The only thing I can think of would be like celery and ranch, or tomatoes and ranch, or like cucumbers and ranch, or cucumbers and peanut butter. Not cucumbers, celery and peanut butter. Fruit, like an apple, that might be a healthy carb, or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm sorry guys, I don't snack, but when I start snacking, I'm gonna bring to you guys that video, because I want to have some suggestions for you all. What encouraged you to start losing weight? I've been overweight my whole life, and yeah, I've always been overweight. I've always been a healthy overweight though, meaning I've never had any health problems. But I'm also still young, so I know in the back of my mind that as I progress, I could develop diabetes one day if I stayed on the track that I was, you know, going on. So what encouraged me, or what started my weight loss journey, was just trying to be healthier, and I wanted to look nicer in my clothes. I know that's kind of vain, but that is me being honest. I am someone in my closet that has always had a range of sizes of clothing, because my weight always fluctuated. So I would like to be able to wear all the clothes in my closet. So it was really more of wanting to make sure that I don't develop any health conditions, and wanting to look nice in my clothes. That's why I started losing weight. And one day I just woke up and said, get your shit together and do it. Like, stop procrastinating, stop half-assing it, and just doing it. Sometimes you have to cuss yourself out to really get you motivated with intrinsic motivation to do something. Like, it took one of those talks one day, and the next day I was in the gym. So it works. Someone said, do you count calories? Do you have a certain amount of pounds you want to lose? You look great, by the way. Thank you. Do I count calories? No, I think that is too tedious for me and my lifestyle. I'm not gonna count calories because I'm not gonna remember. But for some people that does work. For me, in this phase that I'm in my life right now, counting calories would not work. Do you have a certain amount of pounds you want to lose? Probably another 40 to 50 ish. I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's where I will be happy. Someone, not really a diet question, but you look fab. Thank you, girl. Would you say your name for me on video, because I'm curious how it sounds? Thanks, have a great day. My channel name is KeikoBeauty, so it's pronounced Keiko. Someone said, hey, and congratulations on your reaching your goals. Thank you. I'm currently doing keto, but my way, so I'm calling it Mito. I freaking love that. I love that. That's awesome. But I find that I'm still dropping pounds, and I'm eating in a way that I can sustain long term. My question to you is, how do you manage alcohol when it comes to keto? First of all, congratulations to you, because that's really what it is about. I started off keto wanting to follow keto, but then I realized I want to do it my way because that's sustainable. So I love what you said. It's about doing things your way so that it's sustainable. So amen. My question is, how do you manage alcohol? So when I do want to go out and enjoy alcohol, when I'm socializing or, you know, whatever you want to do, I do vodka sodas. So vodka has 0 carbs. So I do a vodka with club soda, and that is 0 carbs. And then I add lime, lots of lime. Now, whenever I tell people this is my go-to alcoholic drink, they're like, oh my gosh, that's so boring. Yes, girl, but in this period where you are trying to drop weight and look your best, sometimes you might have to have a boring drink. But also, as you start to eat more healthily, you're going to realize that food should be your fuel, and it's okay if it's not that tasty. So my go-to alcoholic keto beverage is a vodka soda. That is my go-to drink now. That's pretty much what I drink 99.9% of the time, unless it's a special occasion and I'll have, you know, whatever I want. But 9 times out of 10, a vodka soda with lime. There are other drinks you could probably drink, but vodka soda is just my preferred alcoholic beverage. Okay, what was your day 1 of your fitness journey like? Did you have a routine set? What motivated you to that day? What motivated you that day to keep going? Thanks. You're welcome. So day 1 of my fitness journey, I believe it was around Christmas time. I woke up and I just went to the gym. I just got my ass up and said, today is going to be the first day of the rest of your life being healthier. Just do it. Like, honestly, the first step is the hardest. I know how hard it is to lose weight. I know how hard it is to get motivated. I've been overweight my whole life. I will probably always be overweight. I'll just be a smaller overweight. But the first day was the hardest, but I did it. And after I worked out, I felt amazing. So that's something else I want to touch on. Every day I work out in the gym, I hate it. The manager is like, oh, you look so good. I'm like, yeah, I just hate it, but I'm here. I hate it, but I'm here. That is what matters. And after I leave the gym every day, I feel amazing. So the first day is going to be hard. The first day was really hard for me in terms of getting the motivation to do it. But once I was there and doing it, I felt fine. I've also always had a lot of stamina to be my size because I've always been overweight. So I'm not that person that is on the elliptical and getting winded after 5 minutes. Like my first day, I did 15 minutes on the elliptical, I believe. Did I have a routine set? Not really. I think I just started on the elliptical and then went to the treadmill because it was in front of me. And now that's my routine. I didn't really have anything in my mind. And what motivated you that day was just making the first step to really be healthier. Someone says, does the diet cause you to feel weak and lightheaded? I don't think keto causes you to feel weak and lightheaded. I will be honest, some days when I go to the gym, I do feel weak and lightheaded if I work out first thing in the morning, because I don't eat after like 6:30 or 7 and I don't eat breakfast. So if I work out in the morning, I'm working out on an empty stomach before I eat my lunch, which is my first meal of the day. So sometimes I will feel a little lightheaded. So that's why I do think I'm gonna have to start doing like a protein bar or something if I'm gonna work out in the morning. But I do feel that way sometimes, but I think mine is more attributed to not eating than like being on keto. Someone said, explain Keto-ish. I've done that. Someone also said, would love to see a typical breakfast, lunch, dinner for you. So I'm leaving down below my what I eat in a week for weight loss video. I'm going to continue to do those month to month, and I will do a breakfast one when I get my breakfast routine. Someone said, how do you travel and stay on track? So let's see. Since I've been on keto, I've probably traveled every month. Now, every month except for one, I've stayed on track. When I went to New Orleans for my birthday, baby, I ate and drank everything I wanted because it was my birthday and I wanted to have the best time of my life, which I did, and I gained 8 pounds. So that's one thing you should also be aware of. If you are doing any version of keto-ish, if you start back eating carbs and drinking carbs, you're gonna quickly put on the pounds. So I did gain 8 pounds when I went to New Orleans for my birthday. But when I travel, I stay on track. I plan what I'm gonna eat. So like when I went to Miami, I knew I would be landing around noon. I knew we would be going to the hotel and having lunch and a drink. So I planned for it. I ate a healthy lunch and I had a drink. I also travel. When I travel, I work out. So if I'm gonna be staying in a hotel, which I do all the time, I work out, okay? So if I'm not using my Apple Watch to track my activity, and if I'm not closing my activity ring for like working out, I will go to the gym in the hotel and work out, which is actually kind of cool because if you travel to a nice place, your gym might be overlooking the water. Like that's how it was in Miami, and that was beautiful every morning. So my goal on vacation would be try to stay on track as much as possible, but it's vacation. So, you know, if you're traveling for work or something, stay on track if you can, but still be consistent with your workouts when you're traveling. That's my biggest advice. When I went to New Orleans, I did not work out because we stayed at an Airbnb, and I will never do that again. I will always stay at a hotel so that I can work out. So definitely working out while traveling helps. Staying on track with your eating and planning your meals and drinks around activity and all that. And the last question, how do you socialize and stay on track? Planning, just like I've said. I tend to go out maybe once or twice a week, and I save my fun meals for those days, or I pick restaurants that have keto-friendly options, which in Atlanta, you're always gonna be around a steak, a lobster tail, or a wing, which are 3 of my favorite things. So for me, socializing isn't hard because I love meat and I have vodka sodas. So you might be tempted. Sometimes I might grab a few fries off someone's plate, but a few fries can't turn into a plate of fries, and a plate of fries can't turn into 3 margaritas. So just being in that mindset of, I have to stay on track. Everybody else around me might be having all the carbs and all the amazing food, but I have to stay on track. And if you do fall off, get back on the wagon the next day. So you guys, that is my very long video. I'm sorry this was so long, but I think that you guys asked some really great questions, and I hope I was able to clarify things for you. Once again, do what works for you. That is what I'm doing. I'm not following any plan strictly. I'm just finding a way to make this like my way of eating, and everyone around me knows that, okay, she's not going to be eating any carbs. Make sure she can get a vodka soda with lime. Make sure there are some options for her if we go out to eat, and that's really what it's about. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will link that what I eat in a week video down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.